Hi everyone, this is week number 3 of my singing videos. You have to excuse all my background, by the way. I'm living in a bit of a building site at the moment and this is one of those work in progress rooms. But it's my music room, it's a space to do some singing and that's what we're going to do today. If you haven't seen my previous 2 singing videos, go back to my playlist and you'll be able to find the first 2, which we start off just doing some major scale related singing warm-ups and we do some breathing as well. Today I wanted to just crack on with some little arpeggio warm-ups. If you've seen, as I say, if you see on my previous videos, we often sing in a major scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've been counting those numbers, they are the different notes in the scale. If we were to take 1, 3 and 5 of the scale, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5. That's an arpeggio. It's just a major triad. When I play a chord on a guitar, or if you play it on a piano, you group together a selection of notes that play together to make up a chord. And if you play the notes individually, la 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 la, that's an arpeggio, which I believe translates to broken chord. So when I start singing warm-ups, I tend to start around G. So if I was to sing 1, 3, 5, again, that's just 1, 3, 5 of that major scale, which at this moment now happens to be G. 1, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1. If we just sing the notes, it's ah, ah. We could go all the way up to the next octave note. So in the scale we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is also 1 because it's the same note as the first note. We've just moved up to the next octave. So the notes run up to that octave and then they run up again, and they run up in like sets of, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I suppose it's 1 to 7 and then 1 to 7 again. So it's like sets of 7 within the major scale. So I don't want to over confuse you or baffle you too much, but if we're in G, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I do the arpeggio, I'm going to go all the way up to the 8 this time. 1, 3, 5, 8. So if we're just going to sing that nice open R, again, remember, keep your mouth nice and wide, everything open, all your airways open. Well powered with the breath. So a good deep breath. We're going to go ah. So I went 1, 3, 5, 1, or 8, 5, 3, 1. I'm going to sing that again. So that's just singing a straight major arpeggio. So what I'd like to do, not worrying about the octave for now, we'll just do the 1, 3 and 5. So starting on G again, we're going to go ah, and then we're going to come back down ah, and then we're going to go ah. So again, we'll start at G and we'll work our way up till we get quite high. I'll see how I feel. Okay. So all together. That's the starting note. Ah, ah, ah. We move up a semitone. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, I'm going to go up again. We're now in D. This time, let's just go and we're going to keep moving. So we're just going to just do that up and down, move, and just move on to the next one. So that's your starting note. Now, just to finish off, I thought that we could go back down to G again, and we'll just do a few singing. In fact, let's go a bit lower. Let's actually start. That's quite low. I feel like I need to work out the lower bit a little bit more. So we're going to start on E. So we're going to do the full arpeggio up to the 8 and back again. So starting on E when you're ready. Deep breath. You know, that's really low for me. Sometimes when I'm warming up the low notes, it is good to really imagine that you're yawning. Just now we're up to F. It's a bit wobbly, so I'm going to do that one again. Up one more. Like I say, you're going to hit those wobbles now and then. Just work them out. I'm going to go back down again now. So go through, practice these exercises. I don't worry if anyone thinks you sound silly or if you feel silly. You just got to work through it. I always feel a bit silly when I sing these, but I really want to share this with you because I think it's really important. So yeah, get singing, and I will be back next week with another singing video. Okay, bye.